my goodness!
Mike, what happened? Are you okay?
I I am so sorry, Sarah. Look,
Oh, you dropped the eggs.
I feel terrible. I was trying to be careful. I wanted to put them on the counter, but they just slipped out of my hands. I made a huge mess.
Mike, please relax. It is really not a big deal.
Are you sure? There are broken eggs everywhere. This is a bad start to our baking day.
It happens. It is just an accident. Accidents happen to everyone. Don't worry about it.
I feel so clumsy today. I really wanted to help you bake this cake perfectly.
And you are helping. Breaking a few eggs is just part of the process. Here, let me get some paper towels.
No, let me do it. I made the mistake, so I should fix it. Where are the towels?
They're right there, next to the sink.
Okay, I am wiping it up. Again, I really apologize. I know eggs are expensive these days.
Mike, honestly, stop apologizing. It's okay. We have another carton of eggs in the fridge. We are fine.
Okay, phew. Thank you for being so nice about it. Some people get really angry when you make a mess in their kitchen.
Life is too short to get angry about broken eggs. Besides, this gives us a chance to talk about mistakes.
Talk about mistakes? What do you mean?
Well, a lot of people, especially people learning new things like a language or cooking, are terrified of making mistakes.
That is true. I hate making mistakes. It feels embarrassed. Wait, is that right? It feels embarrassed?
Close. You would say, I feel embarrassed, or it is embarrassing.
Ah, right. See? I made a mistake again.
And that is perfect. You made a mistake, I corrected you, and now you learned.
I feel embarrassed. Okay, I will remember that. So, we're baking a chocolate cake today, right?
Yes, a big chocolate cake for Tom's birthday. Are you ready to try again?
I am ready, and I promise I will not drop anything this time.
Okay, let's start with the dry ingredients. We need flour, sugar, cocoa powder, and baking soda.
Got it. I see the flour here. How much do we need?
We need 2 cups of flour. Can you measure that for me?
Sure. 1 cup and 2 cups. There.
Perfect. Now we need the sugar. It is in the white jar over there.
The white jar. Okay. This looks like sugar.
Wait, Mike, pause for a second.
What? Did I do something wrong?
Can you smell that? What does it smell like?
It smells salty? Oh, this is salt. This is not sugar.
Yes, that is the salt jar. Imagine if we put 2 cups of salt in the chocolate cake.
Oh no, that would be disgusting. Tom would hate his birthday cake.
It would be terrible. But good catch. The sugar is in the other white jar, the one with the blue lid.
Okay, this one. Yes, this looks like sugar. Okay, 2 cups of sugar going in.
Great job. You know, that reminds me of a story.
A story about baking?
No, a story about a mistake I made once. A big mistake.
Really? You? But you are always so organized. You seem perfect.
Oh, definitely not. When I was younger, I worked as a waiter in a fancy restaurant.
I didn't know that. Did you like it?
It was okay, but I was very nervous. One night, a very important customer came in. He was wearing a beautiful, expensive suit.
Oh no, I think I know where this story is going.
Yup. I was carrying a tray of drinks, 3 glasses of red wine.
Red wine? That is the worst thing to spill.
Exactly. I walked to his table and I tripped on the carpet.
No. Did you drop it?
I didn't just drop it. I threw the wine all over his white shirt. All of it.
Oh my gosh, Sarah. What did you do? Did you run away?
I wanted to. I felt so embarrassed. My face turned red. I was shaking. I just kept saying, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, over and over again.
What did the customer do? Was he furious?
He was shocked at first. He stood up and looked at his shirt. It was ruined. But then he looked at me. He saw how scared I was. And he started laughing.
He laughed?
He laughed. He said, well, I guess I needed a new shirt anyway. He was so kind. He even gave me a big tip.
Wow, that is an amazing story. He sounds like a very nice man.
He was, and it taught me a lesson.
What was the lesson?
That mistakes are not the end of the world. Even big mistakes, like ruining a suit. If you are honest and you apologize sincerely, most people will understand.
That makes me feel better about dropping the eggs earlier.
Good. Compared to spilling red wine on a rich man, dropping eggs is nothing.
You are right. Okay, the dry ingredients are mixed. What is next?
Now we need the wet ingredients: milk, oil, and vanilla extract. Oh, and the eggs, the ones that survived.
The survivors. Okay, here are 2 fresh eggs. I am holding them very tightly.
Good technique. 1 and 2. Perfect. No shells in the bowl.
See, I am learning. I am improving.
Exactly. That is how we learn everything. English, cooking, driving. We try, we mess up, we fix it, and we try again.
Sometimes when I speak English, I get stuck. I forget a word or I use the wrong verb tense. And then I stop talking because I am afraid the other person will think I am stupid.
Mike, listen to me. No one thinks you are stupid. People appreciate that you are trying.
But it is frustrating. I want to speak perfectly like you.
I make mistakes in English too, and it's my first language. Sometimes I stutter, or I can't find the right word. It is natural conversation.
So if I make a mistake in a conversation, what should I do?
Just correct yourself and keep going. Or you can make a joke about it.
A joke? Like what?
Well, if you use the wrong word, you can say, oops, my brain is tired today, or sorry, I haven't had my coffee yet. It makes the other person laugh and relax.
I haven't had my coffee yet. I like that. It's polite and funny.
Exactly. Being polite is key. If you interrupt someone, just say, oh, excuse me, go ahead. If you misunderstand someone, say, I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Simple phrases.
Very simple. Okay, pour the milk in.
Done. Now the oil and the vanilla. This looks good. It looks like chocolate batter now.
It smells delicious. You are doing a great job, Mike.
Thanks, Sarah. You are a good teacher. You are very patient.
Thank you. I think patience is important, especially with ourselves.
Hey, can I ask you another question?
Of course. While you stir that, I will butter the baking pan. Go ahead.
What if I make a mistake at work? Like a serious mistake, not just dropping eggs. Maybe I send an email to the wrong person, or I forget a meeting.
That is a bit more serious, yes. But the rule is the same. Own it.
Own it? What does own it mean?
It means admit it immediately. Don't hide the mistake. Don't blame someone else.
Ah, okay. So don't say the computer made a mistake.
Right. Don't blame the computer. Go to your boss and say, I made a mistake. I sent the email to the wrong person. I am very sorry, and this is how I will fix it.
This is how I will fix it. That part is important, right?
Very important. It shows you are responsible. It shows you want to solve the problem.
That is good advice. I think I worry too much about the problem and not enough about the solution.
That is normal. Fear paralyzes us, but action fixes things.
Fear paralyzes us. Action fixes things. Wow. You are like a philosopher today, Sarah.
I am just a baker today. Speaking of baking, is that batter smooth? Any lumps?
No lumps. It is smooth and dark chocolatey.
Fantastic. Let's pour it into the pan.
Look at that. I didn't spill a single drop.
High five!
So, we put this in the oven and wait.
We bake it for 35 minutes.
Great. That gives us time to clean up this mess I made earlier.
We can clean it together.
You know, Sarah, I feel much better now. When I arrived, I was so stressed about the eggs, but now I feel happy.
I am glad. Making a mistake is just a moment in time. It doesn't define your whole day.
I think that is a great lesson for everyone watching, too.
Definitely. If you are learning English and you say the wrong word, so what?
Yeah, so what? Did you communicate? Did the other person understand you? That is what matters.
Exactly. Connection is more important than perfection.
Connection is more important than perfection. I'm going to write that down later.
You know, I have one more funny story about mistakes.
Let's hear it.
Last week, I was texting my mom. I wanted to type, I love your soup,
Okay, that is a nice text.
but I typed, I love your soap.
Soap? Like for washing hands?
Yes, I told my mom I love eating her soap.
That is hilarious. What did she say?
She sent me a confused emoji and said, please don't eat the soap, Sarah. It is not food.
See? That is a funny mistake. It's not bad at all.
And we laughed about it for 10 minutes. Mistakes can actually bring people closer together.
That is true. If we were perfect robots, life would be very boring.
Extremely boring.
The cake is in, the kitchen is mostly clean. I think we did good work.
We did great work. Thank you for helping me, Mike, even with the rocky start.
Thank you for being kind. I think I will be less afraid of making mistakes from now on.
That is the best outcome possible.
Do you think the viewers make mistakes in English sometimes?
Oh, I am sure they do. And I hope they know that we are proud of them for trying.
Absolutely. Every mistake is a step forward.
Well said.
So, to everyone watching, don't be afraid. Break a few eggs, spill some milk, Say the wrong word.
Just smile, correct yourself, and keep going. You are doing great.
We hope you enjoyed this conversation. It was a little messy, but it was real. If you want to listen to more natural conversations like this one, where we speak slowly and explain things clearly, please make sure to click that subscribe button.
Yes, please subscribe to English Ear Training. We have so many more stories and lessons to share with you. See you next time. Bye.